Lovely shot off the back foot, the ball coming on to the bat, and it's through the covers. He'll get 2 for it. And he's going for the third. There comes the return. Oh, that's a lovely shot. Could be 6, and it is. Oh, what a lovely shot there. Beautifully timed, 6 all the way.
Well, Harvinder Singh made the mistake. He'd been bowling nice little away swingers. He tried to get that one a little bit straighter and just straight onto middle and leg, and Afridi, quick as a flash, was able to pick that one up, appealing, but more out of excitement than thinking about a result. It was a terrific delivery.
That's a lovely shot. Square the wicket, the ball racing away. It's going to be 4 runs to the point boundary. Beautiful shot. That's up in the air. He's going to be out of court, and he's gone. Played it square, went straight to the fielder, and Afridi is out.
And so often happens. Tick up the boundaries, doesn't get the wheels in motion, but can't carry on with it. And Harvinder Singh, nice and full, gave him the opportunity to drive, but it was very wide. Afridi, foot straight down the wicket, reaching for the bat, just managing to hit it straight to point. Robert Singh to catch it.
And Amir Sohail then they've got Ijaz and Inzamam to follow. Some shot.
That's glorious stuff from Saeed Anwar. That's what I said, he doesn't need too much of room. Just the slightest bit of width, and he put that away. Driven straight down the ground. 4 runs. Another Saeed Anwar special.
And what a beautiful shot that one is. Every boundary that he has hit, bowler, and beautifully played that one.
I believe he's just 20 years of age. Nice run up to the crease. It's nicely side on, the point of delivery. It does generate a bit of pace.
So the previous delivery, Saeed Anwar waiting for the ball and placing it behind square. Amir getting the foot too far across.
Could be straight down now. No, it's just his Jadeja on the boundary there. Started to come in because he thought the ball had been hit straight up in the air. And then all of a sudden he realised that the timing was better than he thought, and the rope was too close.
Yes, again, he'd given him an opportunity the ball before, and this one he didn't miss out. He really has timed that very well. Initially, I think.
Slinger slash to the keeper. Just enough to carry it through. Has struggled throughout the series to get the timing right. He just looks out of sorts at the moment. A wide delivery. All he could do was feather it through to the keeper.
Yeah, he's got very, very excited about this one. Saw plenty of room to try and slog it away on the offside, and that he's tried to do. He really has flayed it. No control over the
real power of the Pakistan batting now. Well, Sohail is a great player. He really is a good player. That's a very, very difficult shot to play. It wasn't a particularly bad ball, but the angle was going towards leg stump, and with a flick of the wrist, one bounce into the boundary. That'll be 4 runs. If you keep sliding on the leg stump, it's only going to be a matter of time before this man puts you away.
Yes, he really has given him a few practice runs at it. He's got them behind square. He's only given away a single, but on that occasion it's even wider, and he's managed to get it finer. No fine leg, of course. There's 2 men in catching positions, one at short mid wicket, the other at leg slip. And you can see this one just drifting away down the leg side. So I don't know why he won't miss too many of those. Pretty well placed to bowl it there.
That's a better look at that for shot timing.
That's a wonderful shot. Nothing wrong with the delivery.
That's his 50. It's 4 runs, and it's 50 to Saeed Anwar. A brilliant 50.
That's a beautiful shot. Can't get more delicate than that. And this is deft touch for you.
Then the things would look a lot better for India. That's a very lovely left there. Hit the rope. I think it did hit the rope there. But that was a beautiful shot there by him. He will have to play well. And again, that's the left outside the arse back on his forehand. He plays that shot very well, picks his gap, and hit it in the open spaces there. Beautiful player, as you can see, right on top of it, rolling the face of the bat over to keep the ball on the ground and to give it direction. This one, beautifully played. And then do it quite effectively.
And that could be four, and it could bring up his 50, and it does. It's the very first four that Ijaz has hit. Been there for quite a long time in time, not so much in balls, but he's played a terrific shot there. Square drive, very strong, square of the wicket, Ijaz. That could be four. It will be. That is a terrific shot. So 7 runs off the over. There's the sweep again. And this will be four.
And pick up the rewards that he had. Ijaz Ahmed there going once again. The first thing I think I would probably inquire whether Marcus gone over the boundary. And it is a 6 early. But Ijaz picking up over the boundary. And 1 over so far for Pakistan.
Robin Singh to try and stem the tide. And that could be 4 more. And there it is. 1500 for Saeed Anwar, and he's played supremely well, but dropped at 46.
Ijaz put the head straight down. This time he's down the wicket. That'll go for 4. He's picked the gap. And that's a bad ball.
Now this is real problems for the Indians and Mohammad Azharuddin when runs start coming on both sides of the wicket.
Hit it many a mile. Anwar makes room again. Wonderful batting. 8 runs from the over. 248 for 2.
And he's improvising here quite brilliantly, Saeed Anwar.
Now 200. He scampers through for the 2. That brings up his 700 for Pakistan in one-day internationals, and a very clever innings.
Well, he is a big match player, and he's responded well here for Pakistan.
Always hurt from the toe. Saeed Anwar will be out here. It's a steepler. It might fall safe. Brilliant. No, he hasn't got it. Kanitkar making ground from the deep mid-off position. The ball falling in no man's land. Saeed Anwar gets away with it. Stage of the game. Makes it very hard for the batsman. And another one goes through the hands of the field. Very frustrating day at the office for the Indian bowlers. It's under pressure that you judge a fielder. Again, it's in the air. This one will fall safely. Only because it's over the rope. This time it's in the air. Can somebody catch it? Azhar himself is under it, and he's got it. Well, that was a fairly straightforward catch, but nothing is straightforward at the moment for India in the field. And that's the end of a magnificent innings from Saeed Anwar.
Finally something going India's way. They had to pick out the best fielder in the team this time to take the catch. He made no mistake. Again, Saeed Anwar looking to hammer this over mid-wicket. Didn't quite get hold of it. Went up in the air. And Azharuddin made no mistake on that occasion. But a fantastic innings from Saeed Anwar comes to an end. He's put his side in a tremendous position here.
do, the fielder. Low chance, sharp chance to his right. Sidhu manages to get two hands to it, and the end of another very good innings.
So superb innings from Ijaz Ahmed comes to an end. He was disappointed after he got out there, hitting it straight to Sidhu, because he could have dealt with this one. He took it on the full. It was the attempted Yorker again from Srinath. Again, not quite getting hold of it. Sidhu making no mistake. It was low, down to his right.
Oh, smashes it back past the bowler. He's going to be cut off. No! Further problems for the Indian fielders. When you're hot, you're hot. And when you're not, you're not.
I think the Indian fielding, the less said about it here today, the better. Nothing's gone right.
Last ball of the innings, out. So that finishes it for Pakistan on the last ball of the innings. Azharuddin takes another catch, and Pakistan 5 for 314 at the end of their 48 overs. Mahmood the batsman, Tendulkar the bowler, tries to smash it away over the leg side and only manages to hit it as far as Mohammad Azharuddin, who takes the comfortable catch, and relief for the Indian bowlers. Mohammad Azharuddin and Tendulkar talking there.
That they rotate the strike. And it could be a right, or is it off the far back? We'll have to wait for the umpire. So Tendulkar's away now. That's a boundary. He knows there's plenty of room on the leg side. And that's a great shot. Now they're away. Moved short, and he paid the penalty.
And that was a very good shot. The ball was shot, coming nicely onto the bat, and instead of playing square, Sourav Ganguly played it deepish, long on. And that's a very well struck four. And that's what India needs after the Pakistani batsmen have set them a huge target to chase. They need a good start, and these two batsmen are capable of giving that start to India.
Yes, always felt the key was this man, Mahmood. Get through 5 or 6 overs without giving away too many. Pakistan would be in with a real good chance, but if he doesn't bowl well, they're in trouble. This could be it. Could be 6. Now, I think that's a 6. He's calling for the third umpire. I think we'll find it 6 though. He's pushed it over, I think.
Yes, that's Aqib Javed there. I think he faced when he got the ball, when he saw the ball coming towards him, he came towards the ball and then suddenly found it was too high. And it's just bouncing inside the rope. That is 4 runs. And Ganguly picking up 8 runs.
That's a good piece of timing. Bowler put himself tangled up, will go all the way. Came back so hard, so fast that Aqib didn't have time to get his hand down. He thought about putting his foot down to stop it. The ball was so fast it went between his legs before he had time to close them.
You can see that is a very important thing about these two players is the timing of the ball. Time that so sweetly that it means that they don't really have to force. All they have to do is to pick the gaps.
He can bat for the 48 overs, they'll win. It's a no ball. He won't have got the ball away in the air. Afridi running back can't stop it from going for 4.
Well, he either picked that one up early or he intended to play that shot regardless. But whatever his intentions were, he got away with it. It was short. He picked it up. Whether he heard the no ball early or not, he got it high up on the bat, but got 4 runs there. These two players doesn't really have to chance their hands so much. They're good timers of the.
This time there's a big gap on the leg side. Way after the ball is when they've only got 3 fielders on one side of the wicket and one of them's a catching position. I really think that captains often try and have a little bit each way when they have a leg slip because they're really trying to use it as a run-saving position rather than a catching position. But what it means is you finish up with big gaps like this.
Certainly, if you really have a leg slip, it means that the ball at some stage is going to.
That's a better shot. All of a sudden he plays a normal cricket shot. His timing and his placement are all there.
That is exactly what we are saying here. If you notice the timing of these players, that was a beautiful shot. All in the right slot. No risk there. Open in the face of the bat, giving the ball direction. And he's a player who times the ball so well that if he really gets it and he's there for 4 in a row. Also magnificent cricket there for the crowd. There's no better player when he gets going than this young man. He picks the ball up so early. He sees it so early. That is the greatest asset. He picks it up, put into position, and he picks the gaps so beautifully. And this time he lifted up to that wide open space on the leg side.
That'll be another one. So the boundaries are coming thick and fast. The class of Tendulkar showing here. There haven't been too many really bad balls in this lot, but he's finding the gaps. He's worked out the angles, picks them off easily.
Well, this is another delivery down the leg side, and again, he's in beautiful position. Can't afford to stray. You got to be tight. You got to keep the ball on good length. A player like Tendulkar, he doesn't have to be a bad ball. He's such a good player, and that makes a difference between great players and good players.
Plenty of good cricketers there, that list. Again, he's working into the gap. It's an absolute avalanche of runs here at the moment. The Indian batsmen really putting the pressure back on the Pakistan bowlers. But letting them get away with wides and the odd no ball is not going to help the cause. Another boundary there, so it's another bit for India. 13 runs coming from a combination of Akib and Afridi. Tendulkar, change of direction, change of style. No change for the result though, that's over the boundary. Up and over.
What can you say about this man? It's very difficult to keep him quiet. Sakal Mustak brought on the best off spinners in the world today, and immediately touching is down the wicket, picking him up and continuing from where he left off in the very first game, and lifting the ball over and on into the boundary. 6 runs. The mood that the Indian batsmen are in, they're really a wonderful reply to this mammoth score by Pakistan.
Down the wicket he goes again, it's high in the air, it's a steepling chance to mid-off, and he's gone. And that's the breakthrough that Pakistan needed. Some cool bowling from Afridi. He's come in a very pressurised situation, and really, I think Sachin Tendulkar has stretched his luck a little bit too far. He took the risk, and unfortunately for him and for India, I think that's a huge blow to their chances.
Certainly, player of this class, player with his thinking. I think that's a very good shot at this stage. He wasn't to the pitch of it, but again he was looking to launch it over the extra cover and only got it high up on the bat, and it's a lovely catch there.
That's up and over. It's a poor ball.
Well, that's a good shot, a little bit risky, but the hold of it, can't afford to get bugged down. The chasing runs here. See it opening the face of the bat and lifting it over the covers. A little bit short and in position.
Ganguly's gone right over the top again. One bounce into the boundary. So the runs are still flowing for this graceful left-hander. We'll have a change in the commentary position to take us through the next period. Barry Richards and Iftikhar Ahmed.
Thank you, Greg. Yes, what a wonderful shot. This game is very much on. India have nothing to lose now but to go for the runs. And the run chase on. Down the wicket he comes. Oh, what a glorious shot. Could be a 6. No, first bounce over the boundary line. What a lovely shot. Beautiful use of the feet. And it was 4 all the way. Nearly looked to 6.
Yes, Ganguly's taken over where Tendulkar finished. And he's drop kicked that one beautifully. It's only just lobbed short, one bouncing over. So he's going to take.
That could be four. Tucked away and over the boundary line it goes, down the leg side. And the 100 coming up for India in just 11.1 overs. What a magnificent fight back.
Even Sachin is feeling the pressure here, trying to push it through, but just from round the wicket, must go down the leg side. He's got a lot of protection on the offside, and he's just third down the leg side, and Ganguly.
That's a six. No question about it. Over the top and almost into the stands. What a magnificent shot. Six all the way.
Yes, this is a beautiful shot down the wicket. He's picked it up and absolutely smote it over mid-on. That is a very big six. 50 for Ganguly. He's 14th. He's in 5 touches. Restrictions fall away.
It's a fine shot by Singh, and it's going to be 4 runs. Ijaz will not be able to cut it off. And the runs flowing and the boundaries flowing. And that could be another ball, misfeeling, and it's going to roll over the line, and it does. 4 more.
And he got out at a time when he was looking extremely dangerous, Sachin Tendulkar. Terrific form. That's beautifully timed.
Yes, he just leaned on that one. Really times the ball well. It was a bad delivery, a half volley, outside the all-star. Certainly got everything right then. Just leaned on it, the block drive, finding the gap. The man at the deep long off position had no chance with it. Lovely flowing shot. That's what he's capable of.
He's done really well.
It's a good hit, straight down his throat. He's dropped off 6. We've seen some very ordinary feeling today. And we'll get in the grand final. Yusuf on the boundary, straight forward catch. He's given it the soccer goalkeeper straight over the boundary.
Yes, there really has been some very, very poor fielding. Here we have another one. That's a straightforward chance, very lackadaisical, and he's just pushed it over the boundary for 6.
Ganguly had nicked it.
That's a lovely shot. It's going to be 4 runs. Finally a boundary coming, and what a lovely shot by Robin.
Yes, one of the rare loose deliveries from Mohammad Hussain, trying to bowl a fuller length. But in fact, it was a little too full. Robin Singh quick to pounce on that full toss and hammer it into the gap on the onside. It's a welcome boundary for the Indians.
Let's carry on, Captain. Easy.
Javed has gone off the field. And that's it. The single gives him the 100. It's very popular out here. Waves to his fans and supporters, looks up to the heavens to thank.
Well, it's been a splendid 100 by Sourav Ganguly. It's been a very, very well controlled innings. Kept his head even after Tendulkar was dismissed. And as we normally see with his innings, his timing has been excellent. On that occasion, there was a deflection of the thigh.
That's a 6, or yes, it is. Beautiful shot over mid-wicket.
Well, that's a decisive blow by Robin Singh. And again, tilts the balance in India's favour. That is a very, very important shot. Where this matches the Indian batsman. This is a big hit. Didn't step out, but timed it well.
It's a big hit, and it's going to be 4 to the mid-wicket fence. And this over has swung swung it back India's way decisively.
Target is definitely achievable. But this time, Robin Singh is gone. His chance is once too open against Mohammad Hussain. And a good catch in the deep by Aqib Javed. He has an injured finger, but he made no mistake with that one. So suddenly, Pakistan come back into this game with this wicket of Robin Singh. That's the only way they could have come back, by picking up wickets and putting the brakes on the scoring.
That's the hit. It's well hit, but straight to Aqib in the deep. And Aqib this time making no mistake, and finally Pakistan.
This could be a run if he picks up the balls. Azharuddin has time to go. I think he's made his ground here. But had Amir Sohail picked up the ball on the first shot, might have been trouble. Azhar thinks he's back. Last thing India want at this stage is a run out. Had Amir Sohail picked the ball in the first attempt, then there would have been big trouble. This gives time for Azharuddin to come closer to the crease, and he makes his ground.
And that is 4 runs. We've got a thick edge outside, and that's a boundary which India definitely needed badly. And Sourav Ganguly throwing the bat on everything, and Sourav Ganguly there throwing his bat and picking up 4 runs. Magnificent reply by the Indians, and what a terrific game we are having.
Capable man, massive but not quite that capable.
Listen, I think the proceedings in the middle are handled by the 2 umpires, and they have been given this light meet here. But one feels that this time Aqib Javed failing to prevent the ball going over the boundary line, and a welcome relief for the Indian supporters who were desperately waiting for this boundary to come. And Sourav Ganguly this time beating a diving Aqib Javed, and 4 more runs coming to the Indian team. And Rashid Latif obviously having a chat with the umpire, and I'm sure they're as much concerned about not being able to see the ball as the Indian batsmen are.
Toss is gone. Hit it straight to mid-wicket. So the waste time pulled off has done the trick for Sachin. Azharuddin trying to work the ball into the gap, surprised by the
and a full toss, being it straight to Amir Sohail.
He's out, bowling. Down the wicket he goes. Aqib Javed gets past the outside into the bat, and hits the top of middle stump. That's a very important wicket for Pakistan.
And that's one wicket they really wanted, because Sourav Ganguly was the man in form. And look at the jubilation on all the Pakistanis there in that wicket. And not only the players in the middle are delighted, so are the supporters. India losing their 4th wicket.
Sidhu, the new batsman, and that's a good start for him. Well, it appeared to be a bit of a blow losing Ganguly, but in hindsight it may be seen as the best thing that happened. He was struggling with an injury, cramp or an injury. There was a runner out there. There was confusion all round. Sidhu's come out there even in the gloom. At least he's fit and healthy. He can do his own running. Sidhu's been given out to OBW, and the tension and the drama mounts here at the National Stadium.
And once again, what a big wicket for Pakistan. Sachin Mushtaq giving the responsibility by Rashid Latif. This was to this one, so we playing forest and making the ball that floats out, hitting it on his back leg. And
Run of everything. A couple of boundaries if they can get them. And with each wicket, India's task becomes harder.
And once again, Sachin getting the wicket of Jadeja, a very important wicket. And since he came on to bowl, every over he has not only contained the batsman but also picked up important wickets. He got the wicket of Azharuddin, and then he got the wicket of Sidhu, and now it's Jadeja's turn. The ball turning this time, coming into the batsman, hitting the middle stump, and that's the delight of Sachin Mushtaq for getting that important wicket for Pakistan. India losing its sixth wicket for 296.
Mongia. Looking for a leg by. Smashes it through the covers. It's hit well. 44. Worst part from Mongia. Well, we thought the boundaries might be hard to come by, but he started off with a slashing cover drive. Maybe, just maybe, he guessed right.
That's exactly what India needed. First ball of Akib Javed, and those 4 runs bring the 300 up for India. And man Mongia is the man who's providing what looks like Sachin Tendulkar there. And
it's missed it. They're running anyway. He's in distance. He's gone for the third umpire. Ganguly. Well, the run is getting greater and greater with every ball here. Neither team deserves to lose the game. It's been a wonderful cricket game. A wonderful performance by both teams under very, very difficult conditions. Mongia's gone for the run. The direct hits. He's gone.
exit of Mongia.
Sourav goes the big hit. He's got a kick outside edge. It will go to the boundary. They should come back for 2. The game is still alive. Sachin bowling to Sourav. 6 runs required. 4 balls left. Again he goes. It's in the air. The bowler wants it. The full safe. It's in the ground. 2 more runs. It was in no man's land. Sachin knew that he was in trouble. He knew the fielders were in the deep. Sohail was coming from mid-wicket. Afridi was coming from mid-on. The bowler thought he'd better have a go, and it fell safe.
This sort of luck you need. They certainly deserve to win.
4 runs required. They'll go for 1. It throws at the bowler's end. It's taken, so it's 3 runs from 2. Arun and the Pakistan team and support staff watching with intent to Kanitkar. He's